I may have been a little preemptive in giving it a 10 out of 10 on a comment, but I still had a great time. I don't know if it's an 11-minute standing ovation good, but it's still good. Anyways, welcome back, and thank you once again for trusting me with your full spoiler movie reviews. That thing I do where I watch movies and I tell you all about them. As always, I am unpaid and unsponsored. And spoilers, all the spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, you can go ahead and scroll. I won't be offended. Spoilers. Okay, here we go. This is the long-awaited sequel, Beetlejuice. Starring, as always, Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, Jenna Ortega, like everything else these days, and a surprise Danny DeVito. Y'all know how much we love our Danny DeVito here. Anyways, so what's this about? Well, welcome to 2024, a mere 36 years after the original. Lydia Dietz, our previously known small gothic child, is now an adult medium. She sees ghosts, she has a TV show. She is widowed with some sort of weird boyfriend and a daughter who is Jenna Ortega, who doesn't like her and thinks she's a fraud. Well, Lydia's dad from the first movie died. But interesting fact, the reason that they killed him off in this movie and used it as a jumping off point is because the actor, if I'm not mistaken, got in trouble for Schmelia. But anyways, he's dead, was eaten by a shark. So now Lydia, Jenna Ortega, and Catherine O'Hara have to, bury him and clean out the house. Well, the thing is, for the last little bit, Lydia's been seeing images of Beetlejuice, everywhere. She's been, feeling his presence, so they're tied in some way, shape, or form, but doesn't really know what's going on. Oh, and then her gross boyfriend proposed to her to get married on Halloween. Meanwhile, Jenna Ortega is still grieving the death of her dad, who, went missing in the Amazon, and she thinks her mom's a fraud because she can't seem to find her dad's soul. But anyway, she takes a bike and she's wandering around Winter Haven, and she finds a tree house with a cute guy in it, or she thinks it's a cute guy. He looks like my friend Donnie, but whatever. Well, the kid that looked like Donnie was a mass murderer. Well, the guy that looked like Donnie was trying to trade his soul with Jenna Ortega's soul so that she would die and he could come back to life. And then Lydia finds out that Jenna Ortega was taken by basically a ghost, so she has to call on Beetlejuice, and Beetlejuice has to rescue Jenna Ortega, but he's like, not unless you marry me, because, carrying the torch and such. But Beetlejuice has a bigger problem on his hands. His first wife is back from the lost and found, and she's a soul sucker. Literally. Cut to the sucking jokes. Well, Beetlejuice keeps up his end of the bargain, and Jenna Ortega actually finds her dad in the other realm. And then they make it out, and then Lydia can't marry her dumb boyfriend because she has to marry Beetlejuice, which she obviously doesn't want to marry either. And then Beetlejuice's first wife shows up, and the dumb boyfriend and the first wife are eaten by a sandworm. And Lydia doesn't have to marry Beetlejuice because he broke his contract by bringing a living person into the world of the dead. So their marriage contract was null and void. But unfortunately, Catherine O'Hara does not make it because she got bit by a snake and died. The end. But there was room for a sequel. So here's the thing. I basically told you the story, but this is Beetlejuice. The story is only part of it. It's the whole experience that you go through for Beetlejuice. The sights, the sounds, the jokes, the music, all of it comes together in this great big bow. So I can tell you the storyline, and I just did. But that doesn't mean anything if you're not experiencing yourself, which is why I'm telling you to go see it. Absolutely go see it. It's fun. I will tell you, it's a smidge scary. I wouldn't even call it scarier. It's a smidge more graphic than the original, so small kiddos are probably not safe for it. Yeah, this one isn't quite as small child friendly, but still fucking amazing. Oh my goodness. So I went with Crush Parking Lot Next Door Neighbor, and I'm thinking about going again on Tuesday just to see if I could catch anything that I didn't catch the first time. And we already know it's going to be divisive because lots of people don't like these sequels, decades later or / reboots, but it's not even really a reboot. Number one, we could have nixed one of the storylines. We probably could have nixed the first wife storyline, or we could have nixed the whole Jenna Ortega can't find her dad storyline. There was a little too much going on there. And then this one, it's not Jenna Ortega's fault. It's not her fault. She didn't do anything wrong. I just feel like we can't have a sequel or a reboot to anything anymore without her in it. And it's getting to be too much. She did the Addams Family with Wednesday and all that. She did Scream, and now she's here in Beetlejuice. This is part of the problem I've talked about before, where it's the same 5 people in every movie. That's the only thing that drags it down for me. So did I like it? Yes, I loved this. I had a good time. Crush Parking Lot Neighbor had a good time. You know what? I stand corrected. The more I think about it, the more I do love it. So it is a solid 10 out of 10. Still not worth 11 minutes standing ovation, and I don't believe that was actually a thing. And if you're wondering where the Maitlands went, they said in here they found a loophole that let them actually cross fully to the other side. So that's why Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin aren't here. It's a 10 out of 10. Okay, bye. Day